TNT Stadium. Today, after a topsy-turvy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here, as it'll be the Philadelphia Eagles taking on the Dallas Cowboys. Two clubs here, each looking to rebound from a week 1 loss as we're underway on EA Sports. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback.
Let's go now.
So the drive's going to start with Pollard trying to run inside, but nothing there. Call it no gain on the game's first play, and it's second down now. You look at this Eagle defense, and they find themselves just outside the top 10 in the league against the pass, currently bringing up the number 11 spot.
And since this is such a good unit at covering passes downfield, I think that last play is typical of what we might see. A lot of short passes, see if they can generate some run after the catch, but nothing doing on that one.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10.
Rail, yellow. Ready.
Here's Lance. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Josh Sweat rushing in and bringing him down to the ground.
There's a lot of discussion in the offseason about him having a big year and getting to the quarterback. They held him without a sack in week 1, but how about here? Finally gets his first one of the season.
In the offseason, said he changed his diet, leaner, feels so good this year. Excited to see what type of a season he can have.
Ready,
and I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. To throw, it's Lance. Able to pick up a dozen yards, but they needed more. 4th down.
I thought he did a pretty good job there to get back what he could, but let's face it, that sack on 2nd down, talk about throwing a wrench into the works. It certainly did.
Yeah, he did everything he could there, trying to pick up some positive yardage, and he did, but not enough. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. He's got him in, complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That one good for 37 yards.
I guess we got a good idea about what the game plan is for attacking this secondary. No beating around the bush with this crew. His first throw of the game is a deep shot, and it connects. That's a tendency breaker right there, because normally you build up to the big shot, but not in this case.
Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10. First carry for DeAndre Swift. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
They run the option on second down. Wiggles free. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A really nice effort that time. 12 yards on the keeper, picking up the first. Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there. Worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They run out of the gun with Swift. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. You look at this Cowboy defense. They enter play here, number 11, just outside the top 10 in the league in stopping the run.
Always think back to what my defensive coordinator in college used to tell me. Playing against the run is 11 individual battles, man on man, and are you going to win that battle? Are you going to whip the guy across from you and get to the ball carrier, wrap him up, and put him on the ground? Because the one thing he absolutely detested was yards after contact. Tackle him, put him down on the spot.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. So 3rd down, they need to get to the 28 for a first. Hurts sets up to throw it. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 12-yard line. That 3rd down conversion good for 23.
And this is exactly the kind of drive you're hoping for out of the gates. They're mixing the run and the pass well, keeping this defense off balance early. And they're on the march here with another first down.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Now Hurts on the option right. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jalen Hurts, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Eagles go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points. Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
It's like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Now, early on, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage...
Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. Keely Ringo picks it off. And he will bring this across midfield to the 49-yard line. So problems with Aaron passing continuing. Remember, he threw 2 picks in the loss last week and now another here in this first quarter.
And sometimes, partner, this is the result of a quarterback who's simply trying to do too much. Feels like he's trying to make up for what he did last week, and you can't do it all on one throw.
Good.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Ball placed at the 45 for 2nd and 5. Throwing is Hurts. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
This early in the game, it's all about making steady progress downfield, hoping to lead to early points. And you can do it with your actual play calls, or sometimes something a little more improvised, as we just saw there.
On 1st down, Hurts. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. Mozzie Smith, he fought through to record the sack.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. From the gun, it's Hurts. Going deep here for Watkins. Touchdown! Quez Watkins, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Eagles lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. So after the disappointment in the opening week loss, Charles, this looks like really a completely different football team.
They sure do, and I think they realize we can't start 0-2, and they're determined to not let it happen by the looks of things here in the early going.
Extra point up and good by Dicker. And that'll make the score 14-0.
14. Cowboys nothing.
The Eagle kick team out there now as they run up and send this one away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. They juked him, breaks the tackle, now Allen. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 41 yards there, a 1st down. Thought they were going to have him down a lot earlier, but he was able to shed that tackle.
Shows the value of the weight room, doesn't it? Shows the value of the attitude when you run the football. Don't go down easily. Break a few tackles, gain some additional yardage.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
14. Cowboys nothing.
Start of the second quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Ready. Shovel 38.
Here's Pollard again. And he's got this down to the 35. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Ready.
Out of the gun to give to Pollard. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. 2nd down. The Cowboys had 0-1 on the year following the loss in the opener. And listen, they knew last week they were in for a tough fight on the road. But now here's the home opener and a chance to get things right.
And I like the way that you presented that, because the bottom line is they didn't come out of that loss.
Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. 3rd and 19.
52 blaster.
Throwing now is Lance. That is caught by Lamb. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. It'll be a pickup of 13, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
And this is going to be no good. He missed it off to the left, and this will remain a 2-touchdown game.
And, partner, a lot of kickers in this spot like to aim at the right upright and just draw it back down the center. This one looked like it was aimed at the left upright and just kept bending away.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. It has been about as perfect of a start to this game as these guys could have asked for, Charles. They've scored on their first 2 drives. They still haven't given anything up on the other side of the ball, so they can already make this a 3-score game here if they can come away with points on this drive.
Yeah, they're almost pushing them to the brink, aren't they, partner? Almost to the point now where it's a loss of words for me, which I know would excite all of our viewers, but you're just not supposed to see that type of dominance so quickly in a game like this. Everything they've done has been working so far. Offense, defense, you name it, it's going well for them.
And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
On 3rd down, it's Phillips. And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
And that's why he spent a first-round draft pick on a running back. Not for just the fancy runs, but these dirty, gritty 3rd and 1s, 3rd and 2s. That's why you draft him.
Things looking much rosier for him here in week 2. They work with the lead as they've got it 1st and 10.
63.
Hurts. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down.
I can't be sure how much of that was planned pre-snap, but it certainly opens up some avenues for their offense. And if he can stay a threat to break off those kind of runs, it'll pull defenders away from coverage and open up some choice throwing lanes for him moving forward.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Swift going to try up the middle. Fighting through, and he's got space. And he's got this down almost close to the 20 before he's dropped. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Here's Hurts to throw. And he's going to be taken down there. A sack back at the 32. Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21.
It's 2nd down.
2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this second week of the regular season. Second and 21. A lot of ground to cover. They'll look to throw. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line.
No shortage of impressive moments from him thus far. Now he's halfway to the century mark, and we're still in the first half. There's been no answer for his running ability so far by the defense. I can't wait to see what adjustments they'll have to make during the halftime break.
So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive. They'll look to throw here. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. Touchdown, Eagles! An 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Eagles have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Extra point try now from Dicker. And it is now 21-0.
Makes the score Eagles 21, Cowboys nothing.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
25-yard line.
Here we go.
The
Here we
Dallas
go.
offense here set to begin the drive. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Ready?
The Lance going to throw. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Buried for the sack by big Jalen Carter. He continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure, and these sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
Ultra. Go ultra. Hut, hut.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Lance. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
On the ready. You, yellow. Black shot. 10 cycles. Black ultra. Blue striker. Set cut.
On first down, Lance. Able to hit his target Lamb. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards.
10 at the 36-yard line.
Set cut.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Set.
They'll go with Pollard here on first down. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set.
1 yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
On 2nd down, here's Lance. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this ball recovered by the offense. But remember, they cannot advance it here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So this will be blown dead, and it'll come back to the spot of the fumble.
Here we go.
So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down.
50 Fury.
Pollard will take it up the gut. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt, and this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot, and this will stay a 3-touchdown game.
And now 2 problems as I see it. First, you missed the kick, which granted was a long one. But second, you set the other guys up with great field position and enough time to maybe get downfield and get a field goal attempt of their own.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Play action. Here's Hurts. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Dallas Goedert, of course, he'll do well in this stadium. He's got a 1st down.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground. One of the few things that hasn't gone right in this first half. They had a chance there for late points, but this one winds up off the mark.
Final 10 seconds of the half as they've got it 1st and 10. And they'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call.
Ready. 560.
1st down, and it's Pollard again. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the third quarter gets underway. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
19-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Third quarter starts with a run from Swift. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 43 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. They've got the lead early here in the third quarter, and runs like that are how they establish that lead in the first half.
I love the fact that you're using the word lead, because they are leading from the front, pounding on the defense right now with the running game, and truly establishing themselves here in the second half.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Off the play fake, here's Hurts, rolling to his right. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to him.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the scrambler or the dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. They'll set up to throw. Under pressure, and they got to him again. So after that sack, Hurts and the Eagles, tough spot here, 3rd and long. And now an audible here into something else. He finds his man, complete. That's Watkins. A heck of a play there on 3rd down, but amazingly, they're still short for 4th.
He's turning in a nice performance. Remember, he had the touchdown earlier, and this time he's able to beat double coverage to grab it.
I think that if he weren't worried about a taunting penalty, he'd run by the opposing.
And a fake here. Direct snap to the up man. And he will not make it. They stop him short of the 1st down. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool him. And Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position.
Ready. Ready.
On 1st and 10, here's Lance. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. And a defensive-minded coach loves to turn up the heat, turns it up there, and pays off.
And back in the good old days, those defensive-minded coaches just talked about intimidating teams, using force, right, beating them to the punch. In this case, they're talking about creating turnovers. That's all they preach, all game long, all practice long, every meeting. Get the football. That's what they want.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
That's tremendous field position that they were given following the turnover, but they've still got work to do to get the field goal range, and the coverage we're seeing isn't going to make it easy.
Now it's 2nd and 10. They'll set up a throw. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure, or do they play coverage on this down?
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
73.
He'll look to throw.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted.
Picked off by Malik Hooker. And he'll get this back across the midfield, striping down to the 47-yard line.
The Cowboys take over first and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Pollard going to try the right side.
And he'll work down inside the 45.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on third down. And you know what offenses want? Win first down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on first down.
Okay, ready?
2nd and 7.
Slide blue. Ready.
And Lance now to throw.
And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Lance looking to throw it.
He's going to try and go deep again.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Reed Blankenship. And the Eagles are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive, in particular if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
They go play action with Hurts. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Oh, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a third down.
It's always tough trying to keep your guy upright when he's trying to throw the football. When you're dealing with those big, bad guys on the defensive front, it's even tougher. And this time, those guys on the opposite side won the battle, getting to the quarterback and knocking him into an incompletion.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Back to throw. And incomplete on the deep ball.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. That's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
On is the punter Townsend as he gets this one away.
Taken from just outside the 30. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
And touchdown, Cowboys! A big play there. 63 yards.
And the Cowboys are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Aubrey good with a PAT.
And they'll cut the lead to 21-7.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. And now off to the races down the right side. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 80 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Hey, thumbs up, alert.
In motion right is Watkins. 1st down, and they go with Swift again. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
2nd down and a little more than a yard here. Once again, it's Swift. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. And now they're in the hurry-up. They will run straight ahead with Swift. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Philadelphia. DeAndre Swift with career touchdown number 96. He joins Eric Dickerson on the all-time list. And the Eagles add 6 to their lead. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
Cowboys 7.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Here's Lance to throw it. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Darius Slay with a pick. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick 6 TD. Dicker down to tack on the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
35. Cowboys 7.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
101 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Man, these guys may not win this ball game, but you certainly can't fault the effort of this man here today. He's been a real thorn in their sides all afternoon. And that last carry puts him over the 100-yard mark.
Left side to Lamb.
Yeah, boy, he had the marker square in his sights, but a good tackle's going to leave him about a yard or so short. 3 quarters in the books. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now in Arlington. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Desperation time here. Lance. Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And he'll be touchdown here, but not before he does pick up the first. They run straight ahead here with Pollard.
And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22.
Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again. He's done his part sailing past the century mark on the ground with rushing yardage, but his team, a different story.
Yeah, they're down big in this ball game, so sometimes you wonder to yourself, how much of that is him with a great performance, and how much of that is the defense just loosening up because they have a big lead.
Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. It'll be a loss of 10, and it'll bring up second.
Let's go. Claws, 10.
Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. Touchdown number 75.
And the Cowboys get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit.
And oh, it's no good on the PAT. So they can't add on here. And our score is going to stay right where it is. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
19-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
Well, the win for them at this point seems pretty assured. I mean, still a decent amount of time left here in the 4th quarter, Charles, but you got the football, you're up 3 scores. They have to be feeling really good about where they're at.
I love your observation skills, partner, because I think you saw them charge onto the field fired up about another chance to get into the end zone. Looks to me like this group is ready to crush any hope left on the opposing sideline, and they want to do it with some gusto, too.
One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10.
Here's a handoff to Swift.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
He's having a big game running the football, but that one will hurt the yards per carry a little bit.
Yeah, but the average he's got so far, that's the type of average he wants to take with him to contract negotiations, doesn't he?
Second and 10.
63, 63, 63.
On the option to give to Swift here.
And some room to roam now.
DeAndre Swift.
And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown.
DeAndre Swift, his second rushing touchdown on the year. And the Eagles up the lead to 4 scores now here in this fourth quarter. Extra point up and good by Dicker.
And that'll push the lead up to 29 now.
22. Cowboys 13.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Set, hut.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive.
Smith, red.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
I've got a good friend in football who always talks about predictive history. He's got one of their 2 touchdowns. You can understand why they tried to find him again. Weren't able to connect, but the thought, that was good.
Throwing his Lance on third down. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. Great way to convert on third down there. 21 yards the play.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Here we go. Shot. 17. Red. Cycle. Ready? Go.
Lance now on first down.
And that is caught. It's Davis. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
With this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a first down.
Well, we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they started it. He doesn't want to give up any soft completions, no late points. He wants his lead to stay right where it is.
Now a give here to Pollard.
A beautiful fake. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line.
164 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. Lance now on first down. He'll find Lamb. That's complete.
And so close. He gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. The end result, 21 yards.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They can go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Pollard again.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Tony Pollard with his second touchdown of the game and 5th on the year.
And the Cowboys get a bit closer. Well, I think even he's chuckling a little bit now. What a start this is to a regular season. Charles, remember, 3 touchdowns on the ground last week in the opener, and he's got 2 more here. Pretty incredible.
Yeah, he has to be a little bit on the incredulous side, doesn't he? Is this how it's going to go all year long? If I'm dreaming, don't wake me up.
The extra point up and good by Aubrey.
And that'll cut the lead down now to 22.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
It's been a dominant performance to this point, Charles, and this is probably exactly how they scripted this and envisioned it. They got a 3-score lead, 4th quarter, and a chance if they want to continue to pour it on here.
It is their call, isn't it? I mean, the way that they have taken on this game and the way that they have carried this game and have dominated this game, you're exactly right. Do what you want down the stretch. We are in the era of, hey, if you don't want us to do this to you, then you need to stop us. Their call to finish this one off.
And they'll come up 2nd and 7. Hurts sets up to throw it.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Well, 4th quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
And this offense on 3rd down today, they've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 7.
On the option to give to Swift here.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. Philadelphia picking up the first on a gain of 15. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Here's Hurts to throw.
And that is incomplete.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
Here's 2nd and 10. On the option to give to Swift here.
And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. And they're going to speed things up here.
It's a gain of 8, and it brings up 3rd down.
They'll try and run here with Swift.
That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
They're going on 4th down with Hurts.
That's caught at the 25. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A great play there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Eagles' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Extra point up and good by Dicker.
And that'll push the lead up to 29 now.
Cowboys 20.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25.
Ready up.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. We said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Ready.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Black shot. Hut.
Here's Lance.
Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long.
Let's go now. Faster, faster. Black Ultra. Blue Striker. Ready?
To throw, it's Lance.
He finds his man, complete. That's Lamb.
And he's going to step out of bounds at the 35-yard line.
A big play here for Dallas. And even 50 yards.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, if only they were all this easy, because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35.
Green Jack.
Working from the gun, Lance.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
And now this ball picked up by the offense. But here in the final 2 minutes of the game, this will be blown dead. Only the fumbler can advance the football. So this will go back to the spot of the fumble itself.
Down. Ready.
One final try now for Lance. He'll find Lamb crossing the formation for the catch. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line. And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go to each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So for Philadelphia, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Cowboys, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll try to turn things around next week as they have a matchup in Cincinnati against the Bengals. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.